Good morning. This is Suzanne Wachtel, living your best life, turning lemons into lemonade. So today's podcast is about actually some lighthearted activities that I enjoy doing and that I think that you would get a lot out of. So today I wanted to talk to you, if you don't already know, about vision boards and life love rocks. I'm going to start out with the vision boards. So as we've been learning in our energy work, that we attract. If we have negative energy, we attract often negative things, negative people, negative experiences. And when we have a positive outlook, positive thinking, we attract positive things into our life, from good people to positive opportunities, and so on and so forth. So some people just have a habit of being negative and thinking negatively, and nothing seems to change for them. But when you start to feel positive and really project that out, whether it's through meditation or just therapy or even just learning how to say, what if it goes well? What if things work out? What if it is a good thing? And just by flipping it and changing the way you think, your life can really, swear to God, it works for me, it can attract positive things. So vision boards are a wonderful tool. I typically do them once a year around the holidays. For the past 10 years, I've had a workshop inviting others to come in and spend an afternoon making a vision board. So you're going to ask me, what is a vision board? A vision board is a board that you create with words, pictures, it doesn't matter, words or photos of what you want in your life in the coming year. So to create my vision board, I go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Target, and I buy already a pre-made, probably 11 by 16 frame. So that when I'm done with my vision board, I can just stick the frame on it and hang it up and I'm done. I collect magazines throughout the year, and then I go and buy glue sticks and scissors. So the fun part is you can gather with a few friends, you could do it on your own. You need a couple hours to just really almost get into a relaxed state of mind, taking some clearing breaths, and really going through the magazines at first and ripping out any page that resonates with you, any word that appeals to you, any photograph that you see yourself having in the next coming year. So one year I really wanted to get a house, I really wanted to travel more, I wanted happiness and joy and family and friends, and whenever I saw in the magazines a picture like that, I would just rip it out. Then comes the part where you cut out the words and pictures that really you want to have. So at that point, when you have your pile of wants, desires, and dreams, you take the base of your vision board, the blank base. You take off, obviously, the glass and the frame. And on there, I usually put the year. 2025 will be the next one. And you can usually find the numbers in a magazine, the year in a magazine. And then I begin to just randomly collage, and using the glue stick, just take all the things I want for the coming year and start pasting them together with no real system, just pasting them onto my board. When my board is completed and I have on there pretty much my wish list for the next year, all I do is I pop on the frame, and there you have your vision board. Very simple, but very powerful. I have known people through the years that made a vision board, and literally the things that they put on their vision board, they ended up acquiring and doing. So the year after I put up the home and the pictures, no real way to accomplish that, but in my vision I saw it, and sure enough, within that year I had a new home and many things that were on my board. So I'm not sure how this works, but I do know that it does. And it's also uplifting. So when you finish your vision board, I typically take a photograph of it and put it in my phone. I hang it up either in my office or in a room that I look at often. And when I'm feeling overwhelmed or when I'm feeling relaxed, I will go and just kind of examine and really look at all of the things that I have put down for my vision for the coming year. So that is the vision board, and I highly recommend it for everyone. Not only is it a fun activity you could do with friends around a table, but it's also very therapeutic and very positive. So you're attracting positive with all the positive things that you're looking forward to and hoping to achieve this coming year. Now, the second thing I wanted to tell you about are love rocks. Now, some of you know already what love rocks are, and some of you have no idea what I'm talking about. So, I love rocks. Rocks are one of my favorite things in this world because a rock is so beautiful. It feels good, it's strong, and no matter what's happening in our lives, that rock will not change. So that's what I love about rocks, is that they're solid and they're strong, and basically, unless there's some sort of crazy occasion, they're permanent. So when I hike, when I travel, I always like to find a rock to bring back as a token and a memory of my experience. Now, love rocks are a little bit different. Love rocks are rocks that you write loving things on, like you are loved, you're the best, have a beautiful day, you rock, any expression. And then you can draw it on the rock. If you want to really get invested in this, you can go to Michael's again or Hobby Lobby. And they do have beautiful permanent pens in different colors. And then there is this shellac. You can ask whoever works there that you could paint over it that will keep it weather resistant. Now, the trick with these love rocks, not only, once again, could they be a group activity, a hobby when you're home, you just paint a bunch of rocks. But the real trick is placing them around for people to find. So I remember going to a Camp Empowerment weekend one year, and a woman was really invested and loved her love rocks. And throughout the weekend, she placed these beautifully colored rocks with beautiful sayings like "I love you," or "You're beautiful," or "Everything's going to be okay," "Life is wonderful," etc. And throughout the weekend, it was like an egg hunt in a way. If you found one, it was almost like finding a diamond in a mine. So at one point I walked out, and oh my goodness, on the rock wall, there was a beautifully colored love rock. I couldn't believe my luck. So I went over and I took it, and the deal was you were allowed to keep it, but you were only allowed one. If you found two, you had to leave it for someone else, which I thought was really cool. So I got my love rock, and the feeling of elation and the feeling of love and the uplifting feeling was remarkable. So I came home from that experience and decided on my goddess retreat that was coming up that I also was going to place love rocks for my cherished goddesses to find. So I recruited my granddaughter, and we spent a couple of days writing sayings, coloring, and shellacking our rocks. And off I went to my retreat and placed them throughout the weekend all over. And once again, I got to share that magical experience of people finding a love rock, keeping it at home. And I have one, it's right by my bed, the one I found that day. And I found others since in random places that mysterious strangers place. It is a trend. You can look it up. You can Google it, called Love Rocks. And I think it's a wonderful idea. So today's podcast is really to share with you 2 simple yet empowering, wonderful ways to stay busy, stay focused, stay positive, and little sparks of happiness to be brought into your life and others. So I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions and you need more details, please feel free to reach out to me, Suzanne Wachtel, and I will be happy to help you. But making your vision board for 2025 and spreading the love rocks, or even finding one, I think is a magical way and a magical thing for us to do. Have a beautiful day, and love rocks. Namaste.